here in Duval County, Florida.
Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Nick Chubb. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. They'll drop to throw. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. Second down and 4. On play action, they'll throw. That one out wide and intercepted. Marcus Jones picks it, and the Jags are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
He's crossing. He's checking. 11. 13, Luke.
They go play action with Lawrence. That's out wide here for Robinson.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
The Jaguars at 7-2 here on the year. Their head coach, he's got them believing in themselves. They've won 7 of their last 9 games now.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now Lawrence.
And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. On the corner blitz that time, the sack goes to Denzel Ward.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
11. I don't even know why this team showed up. Shoot! Hey, kill! 6 guard! Check 6 guard!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going deep for Diggs. It's caught inside the 25.
And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line.
A big play that time for Jacksonville. 41 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Now Lawrence.
He'll find Diggs once more on the completion. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to the ground with Robinson. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Now Lawrence to throw on second down. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
On third down, Robinson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on fourth and very short. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Touchdown, Jaguars! Bijan Robinson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
Being chased out left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he's got some space here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the stream, the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They run it again with Chubb. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Now 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. This is caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
And how nice is it for him to know that when he gets outside the pocket, he's got a reliable tight end he can go to. So he's able to look his way, find his big target, and set up 1st and goal.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Chubb again, trying to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Chubb. And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that 1st down marker.
Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
They'll run for it. Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And we are tied at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Looking long for Thomas.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland.
And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Second and 6.
Flushed out right.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape.
And that is not going to get it done. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room.
Sly able to put this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This is a game, Charles, it's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Lawrence. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with a throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence, he's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, down at the 31.
Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Now Lawrence going to move him around a bit. On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
And he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but that's about it. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
The 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. On play action, Lawrence.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted.
And the Browns are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as it went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
Second and 5. His throw incomplete.
My high school coach John Ford used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Lawrence.
Flush to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Take right open. Mike 6. Get in the weight room. Mike 6. Here we go.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
Buying time to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They go play action now. Lawrence
escaping the pressure right. And that's caught at the 25. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Robinson up the middle.
And he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And that's also all for this 3rd quarter of play. So the scoring dried up here in the 3rd. Nothing that quarter for either side.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Back now in Jacksonville.
2nd and 10.
It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
He's coming. We got double up.
On 2nd down, Lawrence.
Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Garrett Wilson.
26 yards.
And the Jaguars have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Browns drive about to get started. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll look to throw here. And his throw here's incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Well, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. At 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
An opening for Chubb on 1st down as he dashes forward for about 7. Here's 2nd and 3. A play action fake. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Flushed out right. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. Again, he'll drop to throw.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 9.
He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. This is caught. Touchdown, Browns. A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Browns answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 17-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
On the return, Marcus Jones from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Here comes 2nd down. Here's Lawrence. And a completion to Wilson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now, Lawrence. A short throw to Ingram.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Lawrence. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
2nd and 6 coming up. Now Lawrence now going to move him around. On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here now, 2nd and goal. Robinson with another carry. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. Warren. And it looks like he's going to be stopped short of the 1st down by about a yard. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Now the field goal ties it, but you're down here knocking on the door. What are you doing?
Did you hear the way you just said that?
Kind of.
Yeah.
With hesitance?
Yes, that means you don't want to kick the field goal, and I don't think they do either. They need to go ahead and get these points now and get an advantage and not tie it up. It'll feel like a big disappointment if they just kick the field goal right here.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
This is 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here's Lawrence. Into the hands of Ingram. And he'll be taken down as that'll net him only about a gain of 9.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Here's second and a yard.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Undercrunch. Great job. Line 6. Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Back to throw. Lawrence. This to the sideline and nearly intercepted. Oh, he had that in his grasp. Couldn't get it. Instead, it'll bring up third down.
Incomplete pass there is probably the best scenario going, because if he catches the football, clock's probably going to run out in that situation.
A big play looming on third down. Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Here's a diving catch right side. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3-and-out. Chubb on first down, no room to roam as he struggles just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They're going to look to throw.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. 3rd and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
84 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Escaping the pressure right.
That is incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They'll run with Chubb. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
want two.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Final minute of overtime. Remember, of course, no double overtime. So it's a tie if it ends like this. It's 2nd down.
Forced out to his left.
Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
You know they're going to be looking his way in overtime. He's had a fantastic game, but unable to hook up there.
And how many times do we see this situation where they actually complete that pass and you wonder to yourself, how do you let him get open? How do you not know they're going to go to him? He's their big play guy. In this case, they defended it well and knocked it away.
Dancing to his left.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Sly able to put this one through.
And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So they do get the short field goal here to get them the all-important overtime lead. But, Charles, you wonder if they'll wind up ruining the fact that they were able to get down into the red zone, yet not able to find the touchdown that would have won them the game.
Brandon, you're absolutely right. In overtime, when you get the ball first, the hope is your opponents never see the football. But now they're going to get a drive to try and win it, or at least keep the game alive with a field goal. And I'm getting a dictionary out to look up ruin.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
First throw of overtime for Trevor Lawrence. A short throw to Ingram. And he will get to the sideline here, but that a minimal gain at best. 3 yards, possibly 4.
So a little chunk there on first as they try to chip away down 3 in overtime.
I like your description. Chip away, down 3. You don't have to get it all in one big play, although obviously that would be nice. But there's no need to have that type of risk associated with it. Run your offense, get first downs, get yourself in a position where you know you're going to at least get 3 and keep this game going. If you get 6, so much the better.
And with just 9 seconds left in overtime, we get whistles and a timeout.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down.
Thomas brings it in. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
And he got it. It's good. They answer with a field goal of their own to send this game into sudden death. Well, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and very rarely in the National Football League you tie. But that's what we had here. Each team with a field goal in the extra session, but nobody could separate.
I'm glad you went in that direction because I thought the next thing was going to be, and sometimes it rains, but that's not really the case here, right? Look, if this is college football, they keep playing. You know, they're going to break that tie and continue to go how many overtimes it takes. Postseason football, we're still playing. But it's the regular season. You get one extra period to decide it. This one, we get field goals on each side. And guess what?